Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Today we're going to take a look at Polkadot and do some price analysis and have a look what's going on across the entire market really. Bitcoin is still pretty much ruling the roost. We have now lost that 42k region, but we've bounced off this recent wick. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see this previous wick here, which was pretty much a starter move. We've come back down and done a full retracement of that. If we manage to stay above this, happy days. We need to really get back above this 42k region, which is quite a key fundamental area. If you look on the daily time frame, it is a fundamentally key area which we need to get back above, because as you can see, every time we reject off it and it is resistance, then we end up dumping, and vice versa. When we're above it, we start to pump. As you can see here, we got above it, we're pumped. We got above it here and we're pumped, and then fingers crossed we managed to get some closures above it. With that, obviously Bitcoin's been dropping and we have filled some orders. And the last video I did, I would have said look at potential buys here at 24.34, and if Bitcoin does lose that 42k region and starts coming down to this region here, which is a massive area of liquidity around 30, I mean the bottom there at 28k, but we had quite a lot of liquidity around 32, 33k. If we did come down there, still be very wary that you could get some orders filled down here, because this is that next liquidity area. If you scroll all the way through, big area here where we formed a base and pushed to the upside, and it was on support, flipped to resistance, then eventually we flipped it back to support. That is down at $16, and also just be wary that we could have a flash wick down to $10. Personally, I do not think so. I think this market is trying to play with his emotions a bit, and I tell you what, it's been getting dragged out drastically. A bearish point on this though, you could see we've got a potential head and shoulders here. You got the left shoulder, the head, the necklines around there, and then we've got the right shoulder, which is nearly there or thereabouts. And then if we're looking for some downside targets, you'd probably look to this region down there. So that is a bit of a bearish scenario, but for me, I think this is a great buying opportunity at $24. I've mentioned it before. Every time we've been around this region, we've bounced. If you look at these candles and wicks down here, back in August, it formed a base, got back above that daily moving 200, and then went on to create some new all-time highs. This is a key area. We need to bounce from here. If we do drop, then there's potential we could come down and test $16, and that would be an area where, personally, I would be buying as much as I possibly could. But for now, this is a buy zone. So if you're looking for some buys, I'd target this region here. If you wanted, you could also use a Fibonacci from the entire move, so from the bottom there to the top. And you could use this as a couple of levels. So we've obviously got a 618, which we've lost. We nearly got back above it. And then we've got this region here marked up, which is a nice level of daily support. Then the 786 level, which I think would be an unbelievable level to buy some Polkadot at $20. So maybe ladder a few in from 24 down to 20. Just keep a little bit spare in case we do drop down to that $15 region. So that's the bearish scenario, some areas to potentially buy. Look at that, we've had a bearish cross way long ago, back in November. The lagging indicators over these moving averages, especially on the daily time frame, like the bullish cross, I mean, look at that, August, we didn't have a bearish cross until November. Personally, if we do start to see a bit of a bullish cross, price action will already probably be up here, and you're going to start to see a bullish cross potentially mid-February, March time, if somewhere around then. But levels we need to get back above are this region here. Daily 200 moving average is at 29.90. We really need to flip that back to support to regain some bullish momentum. That is where we need to get back above. We were trading above it for a while, and then we've dumped like the entire market. But this, if we do manage to get back above that, then flip this level at 32.90 to support, I think we will be okay and back in the uptrend. If you're looking for some levels where you can look to accumulate or take profit or to sell and do whatever you want with it, I've got a few levels marked up. So we've got this 382 level here at $38. It's a weak level of resistance, but then these three red levels where I personally will be taking profit. So $38, let's call that. We've then got 46, and then we've got 55. Three major areas where I personally will be taking some decent profit off the table. Looking at the RSI on the daily time frame, it's around mid-ground, 43%. I mean, it's still showing a little bit of strength there. Last time we was getting towards that oversold territory was back then. We did get a little bit of growth here, but it's come back down, and as this price is dropping, you're going to see the RSI start to dwindle too. I'm not going to look at the asset on any other time frame, and we're not going to look at any levels below here or above there. So we just need to wait to see what Bitcoin does, because ultimately that is what drives the market, unfortunately. And the sentiment is pretty much dead across the market. We need some sentiment to return so we can really start to see some price action. But fingers crossed this pattern does not play out and we do not get orders filled down here, to be honest. I mean, it's hard. It's a tough market, because you're thinking, right, when it's up here, you just want to buy it. You think it's going to carry on. But when it's down here and no fundamentals have changed, you're quite scared to buy it, when in reality, you should go against your feelings. You should be buying here. So buy when others are fearful and sell up here when others are greedy. And if you manage to do that, then happy days, you're going to really start to make some money. So that's that pairing covered. I actually just want to look at the BTC pairing too. Which is actually losing this daily moving average 200. We need to stay above that really, but for me, I think Bitcoin at some stage is going to go on a rally. When that happens, altcoins and Satoshi pairs will start to drop. You will look at levels here at 5,000 sats for buys, and do not put it past orders getting filled down here at 3,400, 3,500 Satoshis. I think that I've got some Bitcoin laying around. What I will be doing is, if Polkadot does drop down to here to 3,500 sats, I'll be buying it up as much as possible, because I think that is an absolute astounding area to potentially buy. If you're looking to accumulate though, and you've already got some Polkadot, you're looking to sell into Bitcoin, look to sell here around 7,000 sats, and then we've got that all-time high up here at 10,000 sats. Personally, I think it's a long way before we even get close to there. It's strange, because fundamentally this asset is in one of the best periods of its lifespan. I mean, parachains are out now, auctions in full swing. Assets are now going live on Substrate Framework, which is boosting that Polkadot ecosystem. But the price is going down or sideways, and like I said, that's just due to Bitcoin. When that's just start to rally, I think we'll really start to see some major growth across the board. But that's going to do it for today. I would just like to finish up by pointing out BlockFi's a platform I'm using on a day-to-day basis to earn Bitcoin passively. Couple of options. You've got the card here where you can earn up to 3.5% back in Bitcoin on every single purchase. And also we have this, earn more from your crypto. You can earn up to 9.5% APY with a BlockFi interest account. So that interest, it accrues daily and it's paid monthly. Zero fees, no minimum balances, and literally no reason to wait. And also, if you use that link in the description of this video, you can get up to $200 paid in Bitcoin once you deposit. So go ahead and check that out. That's going to do it. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.